Neba ekene munu. Asim kanko echiri ya zelu. Asi n'ụbọchị nketa adịrị na na mma. Na ya dịka echi na-echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise ise. Dịka o si dị n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa bịaba chi na-ewetara onye bụ ozi bụ Eastern News 24 gbasịta maka ebe ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya anụ nwere ụwa na-azụ n'iru akwụkwọ. N'ụbọchị nketa ewetara unu update ihe Biafran Chief of Staff kwuru. Unu na-anụ ka o si ada na Finland and ama m na unu na-anụ ka o si ada na United States of Biafra or Biafra Republic Government in exile. Gee ntị ka ihe Biafran Prime Minister were ikwu or the update o wetara n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa dịka ihe ga-ya bụ ife tọọ ntị na ana ka ị ga ya bụ ife o were ikwu ị ga-esi dropụra ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe ndị a niile ọ rụtagasị aka dị iche iche. All right, over to you.
Independent nation. The same thing Finland did. That is the same thing Biafra is doing under Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Nothing is different. The Western world, they have the power to exit from a country they don't like for any reason. America left Europe to become a nation. What makes that different from what Biafrans are doing? There's no difference. You cannot stop us. If you become a nation, you fought for your freedom, and you exit a country that is oppressing and suppressing you, you must be aware that that is the same thing Biafrans are doing. We met in Finland. We voted. We declared our independence. At this time, the Finnish local authorities need to be aware, need to be mindful that they are holding the prime minister, the head of government of an independent nation, Biafra. They need to do the needful as quickly as possible. Biafrans have continued to show that they control their land through several means. One of them is the referendum action. The voluntary referendum action by all the Biafran in the 40 states to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by the Nigerian terrorist state. Withdraw all Nigerian army, police, and security from our land and allow Biafrans to live peacefully as an independent country. Our Monday sit at home has continued for the past over 2 years. I need to let the world know. Every Monday, every office in Biafra land, every school, every business voluntarily shuts down. This is what we want. This is what Biafrans have decided to do. This shows Nigerian government, they have no power over Biafra territory. They have no power over Biafra land. Because Biafrans voluntarily shut their businesses every Monday. Every bank, every school, every important institution in Biafra territory closes every Monday, voluntarily. Despite the Nigerian government insisting that they open, despite the Southeast governors working under the Nigerian terrorist state, insisting that they open their offices, their shops, Biafrans have refused to do that. That shows Biafrans are in control of our territory. And that Monday sit at home must continue every Monday until we fully protect our land from the terrorist state of Nigeria. These terrorists recruited by Nigerian government are sent to Biafra territory to kill, maim, and burn the homes of innocent citizens of Biafra just for their beliefs in Biafra nation. Thousands of innocent Biafrans have been killed over the years by the Nigerian terrorist state and their agents inside Biafra land for nothing. For nothing. We cannot fold our hands and watch as our people are murdered daily by the Nigerian state. to grab the mineral and natural resources in Biafra land, which they used to service foreign countries while our people perish in abject poverty. We can no longer allow that to happen. These same terrorist killings happens in different parts of Nigeria, such as in the Oduduwa land, in Arewa territory, in the Middle Belt, where innocent citizens are murdered in their hundreds, where mass burial are being conducted every now and then. School kids are taken away in their hundreds for ransom. Undergraduates are kidnapped from their dormitories without any trace, while the Nigerian government offers no help. What kind of a country is that? Nigeria is a failed state, and any government, foreign or local, that supports, that listens, that partners with Nigeria is part of the failed state, is part of the failed individual, and is supporting terrorism and the killing of Christians, killing of innocent children and women inside Nigeria. If you don't know the history and what we have gone through, you must listen to us. We are the ones that will tell our story. Nigeria government and their agents cannot tell the story of Biafrans. You must hear it from us, the Biafrans, what we go through. That is why we are the people, and we decide who is going to rule us. At this time, Biafrans have decided. Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, must continue to lead Biafrans. So whether you hold them for the next 100 years, whether you don't hold them, we must continue to do what they want us to do. And I promise you, and I've told you, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, has already laid down all the rules, all the things that we need to do, and we must continue to do it, even in his absence. That was why we declared our independence in Latin Finland, even without the presence of our Prime Minister or our leader. The template is already set. Nobody can do anything about that template, because it's about the securing the power of the people and the safety of the Biafra people. That is what we will continue to pursue. Fellow Biafrans and our friends, we are working on our recognition by reaching out to not only countries that have recognized us in the past, but new countries that have seen what we've done. We thank our attorneys, private and public ones. We thank Attorney Levy and some of our private lobbies hired by our Prime Minister. We also thank the Biafran Foreign Affairs Department that has been doing and working tirelessly to put some of these documents at the right places. Thank you so much. We have attained several milestones, and in the next few weeks, so many products will be launched by the Biafra Secretary of Trade, Honorable Benjamin. I'm happy to announce to Biafrans that the Bank of Biafra license has been granted and has been approved. And soon, Biafrans will start our online banking, and our currency will start to be used in our homeland. Our Biafra ID card is out. Many of us here have our Biafra ID card. This Biafra card has all the standard and met all the standard for all the requirements of other states are going to the commands that are ready, and they are protecting our women and children and citizens from the terrorist state of Nigeria. All commands must be under the United States Defense Department. Thanks to the states that are ready, a couple of states are already ready with their commands and getting everything ready and doing the needful. If you are a state commander in Eden Igodomi State, your power is in Eden Igodomi Gogodo. If you're a state commander in Ebonyi State, your power is inside Ebonyi State. If you're a state commander in Ohuku State, your power is in Ohuku State. All the commanders have equal power with equal responsibility. If you move out from your domain, you take the responsibility for that. If you threaten any commander that is not in your state, you take responsibility for that. I want Biafrans at homeland to know the structure that our Prime Minister has set up is the structure we will continue to use. We must do this to safeguard our land, to protect our land. That is the right thing to do. Our military and our police is decentralized because we run a confederate state. We do not want the kind of structure the terrorist Nigerian state have, where the police and everything is centralized in Abuja. If somebody commits a crime in Sokoto, you must get permission from Abuja before you arrest the person. If somebody commits a crime in Imo State, you go and get permission from the central command in Abuja before you arrest that. How are you going to curb crimes? How are you going to reduce the crime in the state? When you do things like that, you must give power to the central, to the state police, to the state army to make sure and to enable them to curb crimes and capture these terrorists that come to kill us. You must empower them. And that is the guideline that's set up by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and that is what we are going to follow. We are already following that. Again, I say thanks to the states. I've had several meetings with them that have been able to establish their comments and are doing very, very well. Thank you so much. Thank you. The challenges we get at this point is expected and transitional. Do not be worried, dear friends. Do not be worried by these shenanigans. It is expected. How else could we have known that somebody is not following the orders of the Prime Minister? How else could we have known that even with the declaration of the United States of Biafra, some people are not happy? How else could you have known that when we are putting the structures that Obatobia has put in place, some people are fighting it, trying to create something like parallel government, which does not exist. We have only one government. So this transitional phase in our struggle is important. The good thing about that is that Biafrans are wiser now. Biafrans know what is going on now. Biafrans know where to pick them. Biafra knows when they talk, where they are. And we continue to dismantle them anywhere we see them. There'll be no gap for these destroyers that are being used by the Nigerian government, and they pretend to be fighting for the restoration of Biafra. They are not genuine. By their actions, you will know them. And once you know them, you bring them down. That is what we continue to do. You cannot continue to disrupt our project. You cannot continue to disrupt our program and continue to allow the terrorists to kill our people. That cannot continue to happen. We cannot allow that to happen. Biafrans will deal with you mercilessly if you betray in a manner you will never expect. I keep telling people, what you don't know is bigger than you. Some of you think that you know our Prime Minister, Obatobia, just because he sends you on some errands, he gives you some assignments, you have meetings with him, then you think you know him. I pity you. If you know what the Prime Minister has prepared for the United States of Biafra Brigade, you will be shaken. You don't know Odogu. You do not know him. You don't know Obatobia. When you think you know him, when you attend meetings every day, when you roll around him, when you call him every day to gossip, when you formulate all kind of lies and craziness, and he listens, he has a listening ear, then you think he approves what you say. Odogu can listen to you talk for 30 minutes, and after that, he will not talk. That doesn't mean he didn't listen to you. And that does not mean that he approves what you say. But some fools and mediocres that parade around him, they think that anytime, or because they have the opportunity to have meetings with him, therefore, they know Obatobie. I pity you. You do not know him. That is why Obatobie told me to take care of Biafra until he is free, until he comes out. What I know, most of you don't know that. You don't have to see me in meetings with Obatobie. I don't have to be there. But I know every single thing that is important to the restoration of this struggle, unless it's not important. Do not be deceived. Even myself, I do not know certain percentage of Obatobie. Talk less of some of you that knows nothing. You just run errands. You pay money. You pay money to people on ground. They send you. All of a sudden, it gets into your head. Then you start using the little opportunity to gain cheap popularity over things you have no knowledge about. But we've discovered all of you, one by one. We have a new government. What some of these ex-Briggy cabinet members are doing is not only criminal, but it's legally wrong. That could land some of them in jail. And those following them, be very, very careful. Some of you could end up in jail. In the next few weeks or days, some of you will hear from the hired criminal attorneys. You have no right to use any logo of the United States of Biafra, any logo of the Biafra government in exile that was approved by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. You do not have a right to do any fundraising using the name of Biafra Republic government in exile and United States of Biafra or de facto. You do not have the right to do that. You do not have the right to deceive and bribe people. Obatobie abolished bribery. You cannot bribe anyone in this United States of Biafra. Even as an executive, you cannot take any gift from anybody. Obatobie has said several times he has warned people against it. You cannot bribe nobody. You cannot give things to anyone. Not even out of your good interest, but to make those individuals do what you do. That is criminal in the United States of Biafra government led by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. It is criminal. You cannot also do the same thing by using the little opportunity the Prime Minister gave you to contact some men in homeland and use that opportunity to bribe them. And this money is the same money Biafrans are contributing. But you use it and give it to them as if it comes from you. Some of the international guests that came to film, the Prime Minister instructed an individual to pay for their flights using Biafra money, their hotel, using Biafra money. Most of these things are being done using Biafra money. But these individuals go behind and manipulate unsuspecting individuals that love Obatobie. That's what they do to continue to enhance their plan. Always ask them, who are they working for? Bribery is not acceptable in the new nation we are building. If you are caught in that, you will pay the price for that. The United States of Biafra military will continue to follow the rule of engagement and follow the appropriate discipline measures to operate. The men that work for our country, United States of Biafra men, able-bodied men and women, you do not see them online. Men that work for Obatodie, true soldiers of the Biafra territory, you don't see them online. These are being manipulated by some ex-brigade cabinet members, sad individuals that go online to manipulate people claiming different names. But we will fish you out one at a time and you will pay the price. The Biafra security, Biafra Defense Force, Biafra resistance fighters, the Biafra Liberation Army cannot attack innocent Biafrans. We do not shoot guns on innocent Biafrans' homes. Obato Bie never supports things like that. Those are the things that our Prime Minister is fighting against. No matter who you are, regardless of how you come out, you cannot go and be shooting innocent Biafra homes and be proclaiming Biafra Liberation Army or Biafra Defense Force. No, you are not. If we get you, we'll take you out. Our Prime Minister never, ever supports anything like that. So those of you that are being deceived and being used for this kind of intimidation of our people, calling people behind the scene, calling people on phone, threatening them with Amadioha, threatening them with all kinds of very foul languages, you need to stop. Biafra land is not a place where you call people on the phone and continue to threaten them, but they did not do what you want. Biafra land is not a place where they send some people dressed in uniform to be shooting recklessly in front of innocent Biafrans' home. Anybody doing that, the commanders, you need to take care of those individuals. Our Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra resistance fighters, our security cannot harm Biafrans. They cannot harm Biafrans. All of you used to see them walking in marketplaces, walking in our villages, and our people will be hailing them because they know they can never hurt them. That is what our Prime Minister advocates, and that is how our military, and that is what the true Biafra militaries are. The task of the Biafran security forces is to protect our land from reintegrated and rehabilitated terrorists that come from the Nigeria state to kill us, kill our women, kill our children. That is the task of the Biafra security forces, Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra resistance fighters. Nothing more, nothing less. Protection of our land from the terrorists and their agents inside Biafra land, because they have Biafra agents inside the 40 states. So we will continue to confront them to leave our land. Anyone that does any of those above things, like shooting at people, terrorizing people, calling people behind the scene in the phone and threatening them, it's not working for Biafra. And we will not allow such individuals to continue such menace in Biafra land. A true Biafran cannot hijack the official email of the Biafran government and change passwords. That is criminal. A true Biafran cannot hijack and change government websites without approval from the authority of the government. That is criminal. A true Biafran cannot disobey the order of the Prime Minister to follow his surrogate. Those people are not working for Biafra. A true Biafra cannot threaten Biafrans online with fake names, presumed to be working for the Biafra Prime Minister. Going online, pretend.
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne nnukwu n'isi wee na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ bụ Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. Gịnị ka i were ikwu n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ebe ife ndị a niile nọ okwu n'iru akwụkwọ? Drọpụọla ya alụ gị, drọpụọla ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ka a mara ife iche, your own reaction gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na Eastern News 24 ebe anyị si wetara onye bụ ozi. Ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ tụsakwa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dozi n'ebe dị iche iche wee marakwa ife na-emenụ and wee mara the update on the latest development on Biafra Republic government in exile. Daalụ rinne na ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.